Hello, everyone. This is Councilman Nick Lebron, candidate to be your Hartford's next mayor. I'm coming to you today because we recently had tragedies in the last eight days. There's been 8 murders in the last 8 days. This is devastating for our community. This impact is beyond just the individuals themselves. This is all the families, this is the young people, this is teens walking to work, having to walk by memorials as a constant reminder of the lives that were lost. My story is similar to that of many people who are suffering right now. I remember as an 8-year-old waking up, finding out that my grandfather was murdered on Main Street in front of Sands the next day. And that next day, my life changed forever. My grandfather was very impactful in my life and provided safety for not only myself and our family, and we've been healing ever since. So, this is what I'm proposing. Once I become mayor, I'll establish a chief violence prevention officer. This violence prevention officer is going to focus on 2 things. The first thing is creating a coordinated and strategic effort right now with all the many groups who are on the front lines and in the trenches helping people prevent future murders and other violent crimes. The other thing, number 2, is a long-term objective of strengthening the political and social institutions so that way they can provide the safety we all deserve in the city of Hartford. So there are a few things that I want to highlight very quickly. The first thing is we have to set clear expectations. We have to set goals and objective measurables. We can no longer be anecdotal. With our performance, we have to hold ourselves accountable. And what those measures will be, that's exactly what the Chief Violence Prevention Officer will focus on. We also have to identify the key players. Who are the people doing the work? Who are the people funding the work? And who are the people committing the crimes? And who's most at risk? And places. We have to get into the schools. We have to get into nonprofits. We have to get out in the community and start educating our young folks and all folks. It isn't just young folks committing these crimes. They're all ages. And so we have to get in there and speak to people and teach people and educate people. Then in terms of our approach, we have to do it with engagement and with equity. Everything that we have to do has to be trauma informed because we are going through perpetual trauma as a city. We need greater access to services, and everybody has to be hands on deck. There should be no wrong door to access services that can reduce crime in our community. We also have to bring in the heart team. 3 years ago, I created a resolution that was the genesis for the heart team. And with the heart team, they'll go out and focus on reducing recidivism for these individuals that we're talking about. And we have to have innovation. We can't continue to do things the same way that we normally do because we're not getting the results that we deserve. For decades before I was even born, there's been particular areas that have been hot spots. We have to create anti-violence workforce development strategies. And we need innovation to be able to do that. We have to create a community connectedness. People need to feel safe when they go to work, when they go to school, and when they go home. This reduces stress level, and overall, it benefits the entire community, every corner, downtown, north, south, all the neighborhoods. And we cannot stop there. We have to do continuous quality improvement with the understanding that we may need to pivot in certain areas, and that's okay. But we have to learn from those lessons. We can't stay stagnant in this work. We must remain fluid in order to keep pushing the needle till we get to the point where the violence is ultimately reduced. These guns are not getting here legally. They are getting here illegally, and we need all hands on deck from our federal, state, local leaders to stop this epidemic that continues to devastate our community. To Hartford, peace and love. Love you all.